Your latest news update from Western Mass News.
I'm Kristen Burnell, and here's your latest news update from Western Mass News. State police are investigating a pedestrian-involved crash that happened last night in Chicopee around 11 p.m. One person was struck by a vehicle which took place on the on-ramp from Groton Street in Chicopee to I-391 northbound. Police also say the pedestrian was brought to Bay State Medical Center in Springfield for treatment after sustaining what they call serious injuries. The New England Patriots took on their division rival, the Buffalo Bills, earlier today. Fans and players put this rivalry to the side for just a moment to celebrate the recovery of Bills safety Damar Hamlin after he collapsed on Monday Night Football in their game versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Fans watching the game at the Rumble Seat Bar and Grill tell Western Mass News while they had hoped for the Pats to win, they are still giving their support to Damar Hamlin and the Bills. An investigation into last night's fire on Dunn Road in Longmeadow has been determined. The Longmeadow Fire Department posting these photos to social media saying the cause of the fire was accidental. One firefighter suffered from heat exhaustion and one resident had minor burns, but nobody was transported to the hospital. All residents of the home were able to evacuate safely and no occupants were displaced.
Well, it was a beautiful day today with the return of some sunshine. Now that we are going to look to continue to have clear skies as we push through the overnight hours, and temperatures will start to fall through the 30s and into the 20s. So taking a look at your 24, by the time we get through the evening, we'll be looking at mainly clear skies with temperatures falling now through the 20s. By the time we get to about 10, 11 o'clock, we'll be down into the mid-20s. Now, as we push through the overnight hours, we do look to have some cloud cover move in from the west, and we do become mostly cloudy by the morning hours. So as you're heading out the door tomorrow, we'll be looking at temperatures in the middle 20s. We'll have a mix of sunshine and clouds, but then as the day progresses tomorrow, we will be looking at clouds dissipating, and we'll give way to mostly sunny skies once again for tomorrow afternoon, with temperatures topping off around the middle 30s. Now, beyond that, we are looking at a system coming in for Wednesday into Thursday. We'll have good, dry conditions for the most day on Wednesday, with 37 degrees for our high. We'll have some flurries coming in Wednesday night. We'll turn over to rain pretty much for the majority of the day on Thursday with highs near 39. And then we will continue to have rainy conditions and breezy conditions as we get towards your day on Friday, with a possible flurry lingering into Saturday. And then we turn dry for the long holiday weekend.
Stay with Western Mass News on air, online, and on our app throughout the day for breaking news, weather, and exclusive content.